we'll talk about that. Let's do Senses. It starts as a folk song, and then it goes into this riff and sings. Alone with my thoughts this evening, I walked on the banks of time. I wondered how I could win, or if I could make you mine, or if I could make you mine. I swear I saw you and I. Any percussion students can help us out. Walked out this morning, it's like a veil had been removed from before my eyes. The first time I saw the work of heaven and the line where the hill got married to the sky. And all around me, every blade of singing grass was calling out your name, that our love would always last. And inside every turning leaf.
Some of your songs have kind of a Latin beat and feel to it, which I love. And I wonder where you get it, and also your music has evolved. You seem to not be stuck like some of the other bands. And so I wonder how you do that. Do you listen to other stuff, or do you just, how do you make yourself as a band evolve rather than staying still?
Okay, well, I was brought up in the 50s in England, and well, my mother was a musician. She was a very good piano player. She used to play tangos, my mom. But I was educated by the radio. And we had one radio station, the BBC, which played everything from Beethoven's Fifth to the Beatles to, vaudeville songs to rumbas, cha-chas, everything. So I had this pretty sort of universal school of music, so music is everything. I often feel sorry for kids today growing up in today's radio climate, where if you want to listen to thrash metal 24/7, you can turn to that station and you will hear that music, and that's all you'll hear. Or you want to hear country music, that's all you hear. Or you want to hear jazz, that's all you hear. It was much better for me because all of this stuff, there were no kind of demarcation lines between what music was. Because you end up with a kind of musical fascism, people saying, okay, well, this is music and that's not. Whereas you should be exposed to different kinds of music. I think the brain develops as a function of how many different kind of challenges it's had. Most pop music is based on thirds and fifths. Anything more complex than that, as an interval, is considered to be jazz, or sixth, a ninth, oh my God, 11th. And so pop music doesn't really progress very much because people aren't exposed to those more complex intervals or complex rhythm. Dogs and composition are a subject that hasn't been touched on much in academia. I think this is my niche. My leash, no. I always think I need a dog. This is a cue for a song? Okay. Dominic's in the band for 15 years. He remembers all the songs and all the chords, and I forget them. And this is brilliant. This song is called The Hounds of Winter. Mercury falling, I rise from my bed, collect my thoughts together. I have to hold my head, since that she's gone, leaving me too soon. I'm as dark as December, I'm as cold as the man in the moon. I don't know the lyrics. Don't you?
I fucked up.
You did? Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, next bit.
Is it different working with Dominic than it was with Andy? And do you get a song idea and then hand it to him, or how do you go about that?
I sometimes write on the guitar or the piano, and I'll invite different people over to sound things off, and invariably, I'll write a guitar part and Dominic will improve it. Or with Kenny Kirkland, who was a genius piano player, my piano playing is terrible. You know, play a few chords and he'd laugh and then he'd make sense of it. Yeah, it helps to work with musicians who are better than you. It's like playing tennis. You don't want to play with an idiot. You want to play with a coach. You get better. You know? So I've always been privileged to work with musicians who are way better than me. I mean, my job is to write songs. I don't have to be a virtuoso to do that, but I have to have a common language that we share. You know, I know enough about guitar playing, enough about music to have that language and to be able to have a dialogue. But it's a collaborative thing, absolutely. You know, it says my name on the song, written by Sting, but you know, obviously there are contributions from the band members, the drummer, the bass player, that's me, and the guitarist and the keyboard player. They all have, and I never try and over-arrange music because you get better results if you bring the other musicians into the creative process, so they have a stake in it. You give them the broad outlines, and if it's wrong, I'm very severe. that's not what I want. But you generally get better than you could have bargained for by bringing people into the creative process. And you know, Dom's been with me 15 years. I can't be that bad a boss. Do you want to say something?
How much of your actual learning process is based in theory?
I mean, I wasn't formally trained as a musician.
Right.
I taught myself. And I'm 53 years old. And I still regard myself as a student of music, because if you think you know something about composition, then listen to somebody like J.S. Bach. If you think you know about arranging, then listen to Ravel. Or if you think you're incredibly revolutionary, then listen to a Russian composer. Who am I thinking of? Prokofiev. No, he's not. He's a Rise of Spring. Stravinsky, yeah. If you think of revolution, listen to Stravinsky. I mean, there's so much to learn. It's just never ending. You know, I'm a student of yoga, and you realize that there's no limit to yoga. It's infinite. What a great adventure we're all on. You know, music, it just goes on and on. The more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. So I'm still a work in progress. I'm still finding things out, but I'm doing it on the job, as it were. And I hope my records reflect some kind of progress. It's certainly an attempt to progress as a musician. I mean, whether I progress or not is moot. I mean, it's up to the people who listen, but I'm definitely trying to be a better songwriter, a better composer, a better lyricist, a better band leader, a better person. A lot of people in my position, and I wouldn't name them, but they think, okay, well, I've made so many millions, and I know this, and that's enough. It's never enough. It's never enough. What a terrible waste of a fantastic adventure, which we're all on. So.
You said that you write a lot of songs from pop just guitarists. You also write songs that are directly influenced from a specific piece of music that you like, or.
Well, I took a Bach prelude. Can you play it, Tom? Whenever I say your name.
Can't remember. Oh yeah. What key is it in?
It's in C. No, the chorus. So I lifted that straight out of Bach, straight off the page, and then I wrote a chorus. Put me on the spot. I wrote a song called Whenever I Say Your Name. I mean, nobody noticed. Or if they did, I thought, oh, that's nice. That's a nice piece of Bach you lifted there. But, yeah, I'm sure Bach lifted a lot of stuff as well. You know, we all steal from each other. It's how you adapt. It's, you know, what's unique is it comes through you, and you add your own little dirt to it, your own ingredient to it. Can we sing that? Can we sing the chorus?
Of what?
Of that. Whenever I say it. Whenever I say your name, I'm already free. I'm already filled with a joy that I can't explain. Wherever I lay me down, wherever I rest my weary head to sleep. Of course, Bach is now turning in his grave. And I probably made more out of that song than he made his entire life, which is, another irony.